Let's see, let's see. Are we live? Are we live? Are we live? Yes. Yes, we are. We are live. Basketball GM. Making it happen. Go ahead and check out stream. Championship Hustle 2. Let's take a look at our team's history here. Real quick as I check out the audio levels as well on the Stram. Got to make sure that everything is going well with the Stram. I wish I had a team to handle this for me, but I don't. I got to do it myself. Okay. The Stram is doing okay. Very good. So you'll see that we have only won a single championship. So not doing very well with the hustle right now. But we're hoping to change that on this stream. See if we can take over everyone and everything. Damn, Ryan Reed popping into the YouTube chat before I even had the chance to look at it. What's happening, bro? Okale Dokale. So, let's go to the roster page and see what we have to work with here. We have too many players on the team. We have some good assets. Almost all of our starters are over 60 overall. And we even got a bench player, 58 overall. 3 forwards in the starting squad. Forward centers. Playing that deep post D. Okay. Well, first we need to scrap some of these guys. Not everybody's going to make the team here. 36 years old, Matt Joyner. You're gone, bro. I'm sorry. You are released. Do we need to get rid of anybody else? No. No, we're okay. So let's go through free agency. I think we're going to leave free agency alone. Do I adjust minutes? I don't usually adjust the minutes. I think the game assigns their minutes fairly well. You give guys too many minutes and their efficiency usually plummets. I'm not really sure how energy levels work in this game. Like, if they play more, are they consuming more energy or something? I'm not really sure. I don't know how the minutes work. Maybe it doesn't matter, but I do know for sure that if you start maxing out guys' minutes, their efficiency drops pretty significantly. So it looks like Paul Coulson here, coming off the bench, 22 years old, just popped 6 points to 64 overall. 20. You are correct, my man. 60 overall with a $20 million contract. That is not good. 29 years old. This is a good time to try and make a transition here. Opera browser has decided to crash. It is not responding. That's not good. Okay, so we're just gonna restart it real quick. Thanks, Opera browser. Oh, that's not the page that we want. There we go. Okay. Let's jump back into this. I like to trade though. I like to make the trades and see what we can get in the trades. Yeah, the contract's going to expire this year, but why not try and get something? Oh, look at that. We have a first round pick from St. Louis coming up. Interested to see what I get out of that. So, check this out. We've got a first round pick and a second round pick, but the money doesn't match up. So we would have to take on probably a bunch of really bad contracts. But I'm interested to see what kind of bad contracts. Malcolm Posley here. What if we make a straight up trade there? When does this contract expire? In one season? If I could get a first round pick out of that, I would be interested in making a swap. Oh, accepted. Boom. So we just got a first round pick, but we have another crappy $20 million contract. So let's see if we can trade out Malcolm Posley again. I'm rubbing it. I'm not rubbing it. It's just, it's dirty. Okay, so the answer is. So we can swap for these two older players. 56 overall is not that bad, considering that overalls have already been adjusted. 56 for one season. Both of these contracts are going to expire. So this 20 million for that's going to be on the books for an extra year. We can swap it for two expiring contracts, which I think is a pretty good deal. So we're going to do that. So we just managed to get an extra first round pick. And now we have some expiring contracts coming up, which I like. We've got 5 million in cap space, which we actually have to clear somebody off the roster again. Let's go to the roster page here. Auto sort. And let's take a look here. 56 overall. We're going to get rid of Braxton Campbell here. No. Mike Ferguson, you're gone. Boom, and let's just hop into the season and see where we go. We had a fairly decent season last time around. So as the season starts, we are going to open up all of these other pages. The player ratings, the league leaders. I like to keep the team finances page open as well. And we're getting off to a fairly good start, 5-1, but Ishmael Wamukota has been injured. I'm sure that's going to impact us a little bit. 26 years old, 59 overall with an 82 potential, but I don't think he's going to reach that potential, unfortunately. Oh my, William Johnson here, 23 years old on Atlanta, 80 potential, or 80 overall with 100 potential. He is the best player in the game by far. This is his rookie season, and so far he's averaging 31 points, 4 assists, and almost 7 rebounds. 27 PER. Rookie season. That's disgusting. We might have to try and steal him. So we've got the highest ticket price in the league right now. Still a positive record, but not doing so hot. Let's check out our players here. Starting squad, all scoring in double digits. Courtney Albers is got a double-double, 14 points, 15, almost 15 points, 10 rebounds. We got 3 players averaging close to a 20 PER, with Alex Pickett, guard forward, coming in at 17. So doing pretty well on that front. And you have to remember, there's a lot of opportunities for us coming up in the draft. So it's going to get really interesting. We're making a good profit, 26 million so far in this early part of the season. And our payroll is 84 million, while the cap is at 90 million. So we're doing really well financially. We don't really have an elite squad, though. That's the problem. And we've never really had an elite squad. I think most of the times that we got into the playoffs, it was not very good. Poppin' Fresh, let's check the check the future drafts. Let's check them out while the game is simulating. It's going to take a minute to load up there. You can also check the league leaders while that is loading up. We've got Courtney Albers here, who is second in rebounds, with Ishmael Wamakota and Courtney Albers, both in the top 10 of field goal percentage. Paul Colson, top 10 three-point shooter. Courtney Albers, almost 3 blocks per game. We got guys all over putting up stats. Financials are still going okay. It looks like okay, so it says 40 days right now, right? So I'm going to stay on this tab for a minute and see. Oh, it seems like it doesn't simulate unless I'm on this main page here. I don't know if that's an Opera thing or what. But let's see if the draft page is loaded up. Here we go. Future draft scouting. That's going to take a minute to load up as well. Opera might not be the best browser for this. 30 and 22, $30 million profit. Still doing good. We don't have a really great distributor on the team. Paul Colson here could eventually become a great distributor. His potential looks to be pretty low, but you never know. He's putting up almost 5 assists per game. So let's see. Future draft scouting coming up in the 2024 draft. We got C. Mitchell here, 19 years old, 48 overall, 86 potential. I like that. You also got Jay Fields here. He's 22, 70 overall with a 72 potential. Not really that great. This looks to be an interesting draft, though. M. Burston here, forward center, 18 years old, 56 overall, 99 potential. So that 2026 draft has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players with above 80 potential, which is actually okay. 2024 has 2 players above 80. So that 2026 draft, man, that could be a vicious draft. So we're probably going to have to stockpile some picks. I wonder if now is a good time to start making some trades for that 2026 draft. We're going to get through this season, though, and see what happens. We are 44 and 28. Let's check out the power rankings and see where that is going to put us. Yeah, that's 73 overall. Looks really nice. I like that. I mean, any sort of forward is nice, but Burson is 2 years younger than him. I mean, this guy's gonna be Gilmore's gonna be 22 by the time we get to 2024, and Burson here is gonna be what, 21 or 20? So he might have a little bit more growth in him. We're gonna have to wait and see. Do I have any draft picks for 2026 already? We can go to trade block. Just mine. Just mine. Can I trade these away now? I have these first round picks. But I would rather. It's too late now. Trade time is over. Let's see. We are 5th, going up against Atlanta. Gold Club is putting up a fight, and they're gonna beat us. Let's see if they can get by number 1 Miami. Nope, Miami is gonna crush them 4-1. It looks like San Diego is putting up a fight against Mexico City, and it's going to be San Diego and Miami in the finals. And San Diego is going to prove to be too much for Miami. They're taking the crown this season. Courtney Albers, first team, all defensive. So we've got a stellar defender on the team. We are selecting 11th overall. This is a pick that we picked up from Minnesota. So let's get the draft started here. And let's see what sort of potentials we have. We got Eddie Grant here, a point guard, passing point guard, 47 overall with 68 potential. He's 20 years old, which is not too bad. Let me just check. I have no idea if Twitch chat is working or not. I'll have to check later. I would like to pick him up because I think we need a couple of seasons to really rebuild here. I think we should try to prepare for that 2026 draft. See if we can get like 2 top 10 picks, that would be amazing. And Eddie Grant would be like 22 by then. So he should be, you know, starting to fill out the potential if he does actually improve. We're going to go with Eddie Grant here. Try to get a solid distributor on the team. And then we'll pick up Jack Harris here, guard forward, 47 flat, 19 years old though, so you might find some surprises there. And then we'll also pick up Connor Wilkins, another guard forward, 19 years old, 44 overall with 48 potential. So there could be some surprises there. I like to go young when you're picking late. Oh wow. 3 first-round picks. And we're getting a 20-year-old and 2 19-year-olds. And then this is our second-round pick here, which is not going to yield much. So we'll probably cut one of these guys. And there we go. That's our 2024 draft. And Paul Coulson here, who I feel like he's kind of maxed out. What I'm hoping is that our current draft pick is going to improve a lot, and then we have a trade piece here in Paul Coulson, 64 overall, 22 years old. He wants 24 mil right now. So we're going to take that contract and we're going to look at him as a potential trade piece to pick up a pick for the 2026 draft. Then we have Alex Pickett here, 24 years old, 60 overall, flat, asking for 18 mil. I think that's another good trade piece. So we're going to sign these contracts. And then Jeff Carr here, 56 overall, only wants 3.8 million. But I don't think we need another point guard. And then 47 overall, Alonzo Johnson wants 4 mil. I don't think so. No. Not happening. So let's continue. We have way too many people on the roster right now. Obviously, we have no cap space. So we're going to have to clear out some of these really garbage rookies that we picked up. Jimmy Bryson, gone. Everybody else I'd like to keep. See where things go. So we're just gonna go. I'm gonna try and prepare for that 2026 draft because there's so many nice pieces. I don't want to do too much right now. We're gonna look at potential trades during the season and see how we can position ourselves in that draft. Because if we can get 2 top 10 picks, that would be amazing. So here, Eddie Grant, the point guard I drafted, his potential dropped 5, but his overall popped 8. So that could make him a nice bench player right now. Yeah, so he's going to come off the bench. Will Galbraith popped 6. And Amin Warwick popped 5, as well as their potential. So we got a couple of pops there. Ishmael Wamakota popped 3. So a couple of nice things happened here. Courtney Albers dropped 3, though. And with that 15 mil contract, having a 56 overall is not... I don't think that's adequate. I think you got to have at least 60 if you're getting a 15 mil contract. So we're going to have to investigate trades there as well. We're just going to get the season started. Take a look at the... Let's go ahead and refresh all of these pages here. Yep. And look at this in 4 overall, 92. 2027 doesn't look too great, but man, 2026, that is the draft. So we're going to get the season started here. I'm hoping that we can come out swinging and get some value for our draft picks. The ones that we traded for. So I don't want to play poorly, but I want the teams that we have picks for to play poorly. Because I don't like risking getting fired. That's no bueno. Let's go to the trade block and see what sort of picks that we have. Oh, we just have 1 second rounder. Oh man, I missed out on a huge opportunity. I should have traded those picks. But we're doing okay. We've got 3 players hovering around 20 PER, 2 of them around 17. So our starters are playing very efficient. We are 13, 14, and 5 to start the season. Let's take a look at the power rankings. We are second in the power rankings, and we've got the best point differential in the league. Fifth in talent, but first in performance. I like it. So let's get to around 30 days left in the season and then start looking at trade offers with other teams for their 2026 picks. We are now number 1. We're number 1. We're doing really well, actually. I'm a bit surprised here. Let's check how the rookies are faring. We've got Jack Harris here, putting in 14 minutes off the bench. Just has an 8 PER, 4 points, 2 rebounds. But Eddie Grant putting in 24 minutes, 8 points, almost 3 assists off the bench with a 16 PER. Only playing 24 minutes. That's pretty solid. Our starters are very efficient, and we're 33 and 11. For 80 and watching them just dominate everybody. I mean, this looks so boring. We're playing well, but our players' stats are so boring. You know, Paul Colson is putting up 6 assists per game. I didn't think that he was going to improve that much in that regard. He's doing better than I thought he would. Okay. Well, let's see if we can trade our first round pick for this season for a future 2026. And what I want to do is look at the power rankings here. So the bankers, the crabs, and the snipers. Maybe we'll try to trade with the bankers. So is there... No, there's no trade. So we got to go to the... Where's the trade? Trade. Okay. So the New York Bankers. Worst team. Hopefully they'll stay bad. We want their 2026 first round pick. And we will give you our 25 second round pick from Minnesota, our 25 first round pick, and we'll just see what happens. Of course, I'm crazy. Well, what would make this work? They want Ishmael Wamukota, who is averaging 18 points, 9.7 rebounds, and he is the highest PER on the team at 22. I don't think it's, well, what we have to balance this out somehow. What's his contract? 16 mil? Well, are you guys willing to give up Jason Batista? Are you willing to do that? That still doesn't bring us close enough. So we have to package in a garbage contract. But they don't really have any old players. Well, Tyler Martin here is a garbage contract. But that would put us way over. What about Josh Thompson here? Pretty expensive contract for a 35 overall, even though his potential is 84. What about that? Of course I'm crazy. I really want these picks though. Okay, what's going on here? Now he wants Alex Pickett, Eddie Grant, Amin Warwick, and no. Okay, this is not gonna happen here. Let's try to go with the Toronto Beavers. Because remember, there's like 6 guys above 80 in that draft. We just need a lottery pick. We don't necessarily need to have the best chance at the number 1 overall. So we're going to go with the Beavers. The Toronto Beavers. And we're going to clear all of our trade stuff here. And we're going to say your 2026 first round pick. What if we give you 25, 25, 25? What about that? Crazy. That's what I thought you would say. Now they want Paul Coulson, which I'm not. I think that it's a good idea to try to drop him. 24 mil contract. We've got Eddie Grant that I think will improve. He's putting in 4.8 assists off the bench. I would like to give him a chance. So how do we fix the books here? Maybe we'll take this Larry Collier. It's a terrible contract for them. 14 mil, 50 overall. And it expires at the end of the season. So that would be really good for us. And then maybe we can also take, because we're 170% over. So we need to package something else in here. Maybe this maybe this Zeke Gladness contract. It's another bad contract for them. 53 overall, 9 mil. Some really bad contracts we're taking off the books for you. Giving you a great young player. What do you say? Why am I crazy? That's a great situation for you guys. So now they're trying to package Courtney Albers in here. And it's still not even balanced. I don't think we're gonna make this work. Unfortunately. Is there any other really? I understand that he's young, but he's 53 overall. Maybe we can package some other young player with a pretty decent, like Alex Pickett. I would give up Alex Pickett here. Oh, but he's got a really bad contract. Let's say, what would make this deal work, right? I'm giving you these players. They want Jack Harris in there too. So we still need to fix this. This doesn't work. What do we? They're over the salary cap. So we've got to try to take some more cap space away. What about Justin Green? 126. And then throw Josip. Boom! Okay. That worked. A lot of pieces just moved around there. Is there like a recap on what just happened? I don't know. Okay, so we've got the Beavers, and they're the 5th worst team right now. But we just gave them a really nice piece, so they could improve. I'm hoping that they stay really bad, though. Could have just made a really bad deal. We're going to have to wait and find out. Okay. So I've got too many players on the roster. We're going to have to dump somebody before we can start back up. And we're going to auto sort the roster again here. Still got Ishmael, Courtney Albers, Larry Collier. I think he just joined the team. Sam Loughton. I think he just joined the team as well. And then Eddie Grant is now a starter. And so that's going to give us, that's going to give an opportunity to a few of the young players that we picked up in the draft to show their stuff. Let's see if they can continue the success. And this is why I like to do this after you've established a pretty good record. Let's see. 42 and 21 right now. 33 million in profit. Let's slow down a minute here. Let's take a look at the St. Louis Spirits. St. Louis Spirits. Oh wow, William Johnson is now 84 and 100. He's the best player in the league. I want to go to the trade menu. St. Louis, what would it take to get the Spirits 2026 first rounder? What if we give you our 2028 and 2027 first round picks? That's not a good deal. At least he didn't say I was crazy. So all they want is Amin Warwick, which is a guy that we just drafted a couple of years ago, first overall, or first round, 24th overall. He is not a bad player. Right now, he's putting up 14 PER, 11 points, and 5 rebounds off of the bench. So I can see why they are putting so much value on him. But we're gonna have to fix the salary cap here. So what about taking D Estes? Oof. Is that really the only one that they want? Why is this so uneven? Oh man, because they have so many garbage contracts. So maybe we can take one of these really bad contracts, like Julian Dunham here, which ends this season. Oh, that's gonna put us. It's gonna put us 2,000 over. So that's way too much. What about Jack Timms here? That's gonna put us way. So we're not. It's not that bad. We just need to. Okay. So we have a couple of young guys to throw in the deal here to make this work. What about that? Boom! So we have got 3 2026 first round picks to try and land one of those stunners. We're going to go back to the roster page. And we're going to have to drop somebody from the team to continue forward. So we're going to drop Connor Wilkins here. I think. Yeah. Connor Wilkins. You're gone. Shuffle the roster here. Ishmael Wamakota, Courtney Albers, Sam Loughton, Eddie Grant, Larry Collier. that is our starting squad. 44 and 21. We've got 17 days left in the season. So we're going to see what happens. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. We're doing okay. Still got a nice profit. $53 and 28. We are 7th overall in the power rankings with one of the highest point differentials still. But we have a pretty different team than we did before. Getting into the playoffs here as the 2nd overall seed. And it looks like we are going to be struggling against Cincinnati, but we're going to pull it out in 6 games to go against the 6th seed Tampa, who did get 1 win on us. We're tied 4-4, and we're going to a game 7, which we're going to pull away. And we're going against the 1st seed Atlanta, who is going to sweep us out of the building to take on the 2nd seed San Diego in the finals. And they are going to win in the finals here. All rookie team, we have Eddie Grant and Ishmael Wamakota. All league first team, all defensive first team. So here we go. Into the draft, where we are not going to have any picks. We would have picked 26th overall. So not really a huge loss there. Let's see what went at 26 overall. They picked a 37 overall shooting guard. So not really a whole lot lost. We have all of these expiring contracts. Ishmael Wamakota wants a max contract for 3 years. Or for 2 years. 2 seasons. So we're going to go ahead and take that. Courtney Albers here wants $17 million for 3 seasons, and we're not going to do that. 28 years old, 56 overall, 56 potential. Really, I think we should tank this season. This is the 2026 season coming up, or the draft, or the 2025 season. So we want to tank for the 2026 draft to get us, try to get us in that top 10. So this is probably going to be the season that we liquidate all of our good assets. So we're not going to re-sign anybody. This is a strategic rebuild. Sam Loughton. I thought he was going to be gone. We're going to try to trade that contract. So we're going to keep Eddie Grant, and we're going to keep Ishmael Wamakota, and everybody else is going to have to be garbage. Let's go to the trading block here and see what we can do with Sam Loughton's contract here. We want to drop it. Here we go. It's not a bad trade. 1.5 million. Stefan Topic, 22 years old, 46 overall. We're gonna pick that up. Boom. Go back to the roster page. We need to sign 3 players. Let's just go all the way to free agency, and then we're gonna sign the most garbage players possible. Okay, here we are in free agency. Let's check our players. Oh my goodness, Stefan Topic has popped 7 points. That was unexpected. Eddie Grant dropped 2. Ishmael dropped 1. So let's fill out the roster here with some garbage players. Garbage time. 1, 2, 3. So we're getting ready for this 2026 draft. Sort the team. Watch us go and just run the whole field. Destroy everybody. Let's check out the player ratings. I'm interested to see how, what is his name? Mike Williams? Something like that. Interested to see how he has progressed. Here we go. This is the draft. And it has actually gotten a little worse. 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4 above 80 overall potential, but you see that there's a lot of high overalls here to go along with some nice potentials. Best player in the draft, Burston, is 59 overall at 20 years old with 100 potential. Pretty amazing. We are last. We are dead last. Oh, the season hasn't even started yet, and they already think that we're dead last, so that's a good sign. William Johnson is only 82 overall now, so he's not quite filling out his potential there. So let's get this started. Let's get this started. We are doing really bad. Excellent. How long has the stream been going here? Almost an hour? We're probably just gonna do an hour and a half today. We're doing really bad and we're still making a profit. That's how you know your fans love you. When you're terrible and your average attendance is still maxed out. Look at all this cash that we have stocked up over the seasons. Got a pretty low population. It's actually gone down by 0.2 million. Hype is not quite there. I mean, we are going from a second seed all the way to garbage time. I don't know if the fans were ready for all that. Very sorry to upset them here. But we got to prepare for this draft. This could be an epic draft for us. Wow. Look at Ishmael Wamukota's potential. Dropped 21. He's putting up 22 points and 9 rebounds. With only a 16 PER. It's not too hot. Any other interesting stats here? Eddie Grant, 6.6 assists per game, 10 points. He's only got a 10 PER. I was really expecting him to improve. And that's what I get for having expectations. But we are the worst team in the league, so hopefully we will get that #1 overall draft pick so that we can get M. Burston here. League leaders, Ishmael Wamakota, 2nd in rebounds, 8th in points. Also putting it 40 minutes, and that's probably why his PER is so low. Like I said, when you got guys putting up incredible minutes, their PER is not gonna survive. Let me see. What happens if I do this? So we got 45 days left in the season here, in the middle of this rebuild project. Not a whole lot to say, not a whole lot to see. Just tanking. Trying to get through this as fast as possible. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. You ever find yourself doing that? Just singing Christmas songs at the most ridiculous times? I don't know why that always happens. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. So we got 22 days left with our excellent tanking team. Josip Planik is averaging 10 points and 7 rebounds off the bench. He's playing almost 30 minutes. Two guys coming off the bench playing almost 30 minutes. It's when you know your team's bad. 13 days left, though, and we're going to get to the playoffs. We are going to cruise right through the playoffs into the draft and see if something exciting happens in the draft. Not a very strong league. Only one player above 80, and you've got a couple of players in the 60s here in the top 10 players in the league. 269 overalls. It's pretty bad. 5 days though. 5 days. Can you imagine? Can you believe that we still made 47 million this year? Our hype is dead. Our average attendance is dropped by about almost through 4,500, but we still made a lot of money. 2 days left, and here come the playoffs. We are 12-70, and that is going to be the end of our season there. But here comes the 2026 draft, which is the draft of a few seasons. The draft. Let's go through here. Got a 3 and a 4 seed in the semifinals of the East. And looks like the 4th seed is going to go against the 2nd seed, San Diego against Detroit. And San Diego is going to prove to be too much for Detroit. Ishmael Wamukoda is now relegated to just the 3rd team, all defensive. Let's check out the messages into the draft. And we have got the 1st overall pick from our trade with the Toronto Beavers. We've also got the 4th overall pick from our own pick. And then we're also going to pick 11th from St. Louis. So we're going to get our man here, Marquise Burston. Forward center, 20 years old, 59 overall, 100 potential. Bam. And we're also going to get some other really nice options to pick from here. Let's check the overall. I like Stephen Kelly. Stephen Kelly here, 21 years old, 62 overall, 81 potential. We're going to go with that. Boom. And then we've got another pick here. Let's go by overall. We can get a 22-year-old power forward, 58 overall, 65 potential. He's a little old, but he's got the best overall. So that is going to put our new starting squad with a 20-year-old, a 21-year-old, and a 22-year-old, and they're going to be 59 overall, 62 overall, and 58 overall, all from one draft. That's pretty slick. We're going to draft him. Boom. And what else? We can get Bob Smith here, 22-year-old guard forward with a 58 potential. You never know what could happen from that. So we just had a fantastic draft. Let's see if this is going to actually... Also, we can go on a free agent hiring spree because we have almost no big salaries. Let's look at the re-signing here. Stefan Topic, 15 points and 7.5 rebounds. He wants $7 million a year. Let's go to free agency and see what we can do. We could make some big purchases here. Okay, we do have some issues because we did tank. So David Evans does not want to sign with us. But we've got Kieran Oliver here. Forward, 22 years old, 63 overall with a 77 potential. And they want a 2-year contract. We're going to give you that 2-year contract. We're going to do it. Bam. We are stocking up. Back to the free agents. I think we need a nice guard. And we have Wayne Valentine here, 26 years old, 62 overall with a 70 potential. He put up 20 points per game last season, 5 rebounds, 17 PER, wants 24 mil. I only have 10 million in cap space. Where is all my money? Oh, the rookie contracts actually make a dent, don't they? No, it's Ishmael. It's Ishmael Wamako. Well, oh man, Ishmael. I'm so sorry. Ishmael, buddy. We have a new center. And that is going to make you the odd man out. So let's go to the trading block here. Did we draft Ishmael? No. I have no loyalties to Ishmael. He was a free agent assassin brought in here to help us win. He won a championship with Las Vegas, but since then we have not had a whole lot of success. I'm so sorry, Ishmael, but we got to try to take 30 mil off the books here. Forgot all about that contract. Let's see what we can do. I think we're just going to take this trade here. This is not a bad trade. We're taking 30 mil off the books for a $1 million contract. For a 23-year-old, 50 overall forward. Bam. Done. We have just cleared up. So we have 39 million to play around with. And we need a shooting guard. Wayne Valentine. Well, actually, yeah, I think he's one of the best shooters. Wayne Valentine is the best available shooter right now. And he also picks up rebounds. 24 mil for the contract, but I think it's going to be worth it if we're going to get a solid shooter for, what is it, 3 years? I think he wants a 3-year contract. Yep. Bam. So what does that leave us with? 15 mil? Who's the best distributor available? Einars Laska put up 6.6. And then there's Vincent Walker here, who's a 41 overall, but he's got a strong passing ability. Here's Kayvon Reed, 31 years old, 60 overall, wants 14 mil. We can afford him, but I'd like for some. Oh, okay. Hey, this is. Oh, that's not gonna be too great. Adranja Jukanokovic. I butchered that. Ball handler and passers, 31 years old, 58 overall for 1.86 mil. Let's pick him up. Let's pick him up for 5 seasons. No, 3 seasons is fine. Let's take a look at our squad right now. We've got everybody in our starting squad is new to the team. And only one of them is above 22 years old. Wayne Valentine, who is our free agent assassin pickup. Let's roll with this. And then we'll see what cheap free agents are available at the end of free agency. You might find some older guys, 60 overall, after everybody's overalls have settled for the season. That's when I like to go and get the older players to fill up. Take a look at that. Stephen Kelly has popped 8. Ishmet Wutcherer has popped 6. Marquise Burston has popped 9. Holy crap. Eddie Grant has popped 9. Justin Green popped 6. He's a 30-year-old power forward. Holy crap. Holy crap. So we might have the best talent in the game right now. But we can fill it out more. We've got the money. Let's check these overalls here. Look at Dragon Bender. Oh, but he wants 10 mil. Dragon Bender was a guy, he was the best player on my team at the very start of this league. And he left me after 2 seasons. Didn't want to resign. I was so mad about it. And it looks like nobody wants him. Nobody thinks he's worth that 10 mil. He's still sitting there available. But we've got Clark Teague here. 24 years old, 61 overall, only asking for $2.5 million right now on a 1-year contract. We're actually going to sign him for 5 seasons. You're staying on the squad here. And then who else? Kayvon Reed. Let's fill up with these guards, man. 5 assists per game. Oh, he wants 12 mil. Ooh. I think we need another point guard. And we've got Drew Jensen, 26 years old, 55 overall. Wants 4 mil per year. 3 seasons. It's not amazing, but it's going to fill out the bench. So we're going to do it. So check out this squad. Oh my God. Oh, Nikita, you never heard of basketball before. So it's a ball, and you throw the ball in the hoop. And that's basketball. That's all you need to know. Now, he's asking about what his contract would be worth. You got to send me your scouting tape. You send me your scouting tape, I'll let you know your contract value. So get on that. I need to see some skills. I need to see your dribbling. I need to see your jump shot. Got to check out your vertical. Send me the video, and we'll evaluate your contract. Dude, check out this squad. 70 overall, 22 years old. 68 overall, 21 years old. 63 overall, 27 years old. 62 overall, 23 years old. 64 overall, 23 years old. That is ridiculous. And then we've got a 24-year-old coming off the bench, 61 overall. A 23-year-old coming off the bench, 62 overall. This is ridiculous. And we're under the salary cap by $6 million. What the fuck? What the fuck is going on? Okay. So we are starting the season here. We're going to bust everything. Let's check out the future. Yeah, man, we hit it big in this draft. This was phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal the way that it all turned out. So let's refresh all this. Stephen Kelly is actually the 9th best player in the game, and hopefully that all changes pretty soon. I don't know why these guys are all selected. So we are starting out hot. 7-0. 8-0. Let's check out our players. We got a couple of guys averaging well above. We've got 4 guys averaging more than 20 PER. Almost our whole starting squad is 20 PER. And then you've got a guy coming off the bench with a 24 PER. Almost everybody on the bench has got a double-digit PER, man. We're 18-1. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. Let's check out the league leaders. You've got 2 of the best field goal percentages in the game. 3 of the best three-point shooters. Holy shit. Holy monkey testicles. And our hype is building back up. Our attendance is going to build back up. We're still making cash. We've only got 1 loss. 2 losses. Of course, I had to open my mouth. Nothing amazing. 2 guys are averaging 4 assists per game. The rest of these guys don't even try to pass the ball. 3 of our starters are averaging below 1 assist per game. But that's fine. Shooter's going to shoot. You got to let them shoot. Stephen Kelly, 18 points per game. We got a lot of guys taking shots. Every starter is averaging +5 rebounds, except for Wayne Valentine is 4.8. That's close to 5. Pretty close. Where's our number 1? Here's the number 1 overall pick that we got from the Toronto Beavers, those idiots. He's putting in 29 minutes, 16 points, 7.5 rebounds. It's not amazing, but he's surrounded with great talent. So hopefully we can keep all of these guys on the team. We're 42-9. We are by far the best team. We are 4 points better than the next best point differential. We are at 14.6, and the Mexico Aztecs have a 10.4 plus point differential. Kieran Oliver is the 7th best rebounder. I mean, we got guys in like every stat category. Now, here's the thing. They all could improve a lot next season. That's the scary thing. We're dominating right now, and it could get way better. Holy shit, Eddie Grant. Torn ACL. Oh, fuck, man. He's going to miss the playoffs. Poppin' Fresh, my man. It was that 2026. We saw it and we had to go for it. And I got rid of a lot of really nice pieces, man. We were doing good that season, and we got rid of a lot of really important pieces, and it could have turned out really bad. But once we got that overall, that first overall pick, it was all worth it. 59-12. Ooh, buddy. Are we gonna get 70 wins? We're heading there. And we finally improved our financial situation. The attendance is going back up. The hype is going back up. And we're plus 10 mil on this season. And we're going to get it. We just got our 70 win season after I think we got 12 wins the season before. We are the first overall in the East going against 8th seed Detroit, and we are destroying them. I think we just beat them by 40 or 50 points, and they just got swept out of the first round. We're going against Philadelphia, and they managed to get 2 wins on us, but we are going to come back and beat them in 6 games to go against Baltimore. Battle of the Beltway, and they are doing a number on us. Could they push this to a game 7? They do, and they just beat us in a game 7. Fuck my life. We just had a 70 win season, and we lost in a game 7. But we've got Clark Teague here, the 6th man of the year. We've got players all over. First team, second team, third team. We've got 2 players on the all rookie team, 2 players on the all defensive teams. So let's move forward. Let's move forward because I'm excited about this next season. We don't have any. Oh, actually, we have the very last pick in the draft. So let's go through and find out who we're gonna pick here. Joe Petard. Just because I like that name. Here we go. Eddie Grant wants 15 mil. They're 23 years old, 62 overall. 15 mil is a lot for a bench player. I want to keep Eddie Grant, but 15 mil is a lot for a bench player. And what were your playoff stats? He didn't play at all in the playoffs. He didn't play a single game. I think that's a lot of money, considering we're going to have a lot of max contracts coming up, and we're going to be hemorrhaging money every year. It's probably best to ignore this contract. 3 points and 3 assists last season. Justin Green, 52 overall, 30 years old. We might be able to do better. We still have 20 mil available to us. Let's take it to the end of free agency and see what's available. We're going to go to the roster page and see what our players do in the off season. See how much they progress or regress. I want to see all green. All green. Oh, that's not amazing. But Marquise Burst popped 5. His potential dropped 4. He's 73 overall. Stephen Kelly is 74 overall. He popped 4. Wayne Valentine is in his prime. We're not going to see much out of him. Kieran Oliver lost 5 potential -1 overall. Ismet Wercherer, drop 2. Bob Smith, though, I have no idea who you are, but you popped 10. So that might mean some good stuff in the future. Still, solid squad here. And don't forget, we got a little bit of money to spend. So let's see who's left over. Nobody amazing. We're going to get Yorel Davenport. I was really hoping to see more improvement out of those guys. And now it looks like maybe signing Homeboy wasn't a bad idea. He was like 66 or 63 or something. Ugh. Can we do something crazy? Can we do something crazy here? Like maybe somehow trade for the best player in the game, William Johnson, 81 overall. Can we do that? Because I think that would be a crazy awesome move to make. What's his contract? 30 mil. I mean, we had 20 mil available, right? What can we do here? What if we give you all Ismet Wercherer and Bob Smith? Oh man, we need to fill out a lot there. Drew Jensen, still 400%. Clark Teague. Ah, there we go. What if we trade all of those guys to you for William Johnson? They're going to say that we're crazy. Close? How close? So we can get the best. And they're going to give us a second round draft pick. Is it worth giving up a 54 overall, a 57 overall, a 62 overall, and a 63 overall? Mind you, these guys' potentials are maxed. They're not gonna. Oh wait, wrong one. 62. All of these guys' potentials are maxed. There's nothing better that we're gonna get out of them, and they're in the 50s and 60s. Those are guys that we can just pick up in free agency. And we're not going to have a lot of cap space to play around with in the coming seasons because those first overall picks that we got, they're going to want max contracts. So if we're going to take on a big contract, it should be right now. And this Wayne Valentine contract it's not looking too good. So we're going to take it. Boom. We just got the best player. We've got 5 of the best players in the league on our team. Or we got 3 of the top 5 best players on our team. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. But we still need to fill out our roster a little bit, I think. Let's go back to the roster page here. Yep. And we don't have a lot of free space to do it. We're going to have to sign minimum contracts. So we're going to get these guys in here for the minimums. Minimum. Some older guys to fill out the roster. Some 50s. Alex Green, 29. Okay. And one more. Oh, but he's not minimum. Need a minimum here. Edward Johnson. Okay. Boom. So, we've got to do something with this squad, man. Something's got to happen. We've got the big three. We don't have a big three. We have the big three. So we're going to start the season here and see where it goes. Wow, we just destroyed them. We have got some really big winning margins here. Let's check out our point. Our point differential right now is 28. Next one being Mexico City Aztecs. I don't know how we lost the game. That's crazy to me. William Johnson, best player in the game, averaging 28.8 points per game, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists. He has a 31 PER. Then our first overall pick, Marquise Burston, is averaging a double-double, 22 and 10, with a 24 PER. Kieran Oliver, coming off the bench, almost averaging a double-double. He is playing 30 minutes per game, so it's not like it's a significant bench role. It's kind of in the middle there. We are 23 and 1. I mean, we were amazing last season, and I didn't think that we were good enough. So we had to take some extravagant steps there. Thankfully, we had enough solid pieces on the team that we could get away with a ridiculous trade like that. I mean, we traded away a lot of solid young pieces to the team that help us a lot for a single piece. And I'm sure next season his potential is it's just gonna drop to 81. He's gonna be 28 years old. His potential is going to be maxed out at 81, and he's probably going to be regressing. So we just picked up a big contract that could see some significant value loss in the coming seasons. But if it's going to get us a championship this season, I'm all for it. We have a 28-point differential, which is almost twice the second best team in the league, the Mexico Aztecs, who have a 15.6 point differential. League leaders. Let's go ahead and reset here so we can see the league leaders. Our attendance is maxed out. Hype is maxed out, and we are probably going to have a lot of wins again this season. Currently at 44 and 3. Though we are getting some spotty injuries from our best players. William Johnson just recovering from a week-long injury, and now Marquise Burston is coming back from, I think it was about 10 game injury. But 49 and 4, still on pace to improve from our 70 win season last year. William Johnson still holding steady at 28.6 points per game. That's probably going to put him in the league lead in scoring, and it is by 1 point. Colin Noonan coming in at 28 points per game. William Johnson, our guy, 29 points per game. We've got 2 top 10 rebounders, 2 top 3 3-point shooters. And we've got guys leading in almost every stat category, except for assists. Not a whole lot of sharing going on by any single player. Everybody seems to be trying to score. Oh, well, Tarius Johnson here. He's doing all right. Only putting up 8.7 points per game, dishing out 6 assists. Got a 35-year-old in there mixed with all the 20-year-olds. 66-4. So it looks like we are going to beat our record from last season. And this has to be our season. This has to be it. I would be shocked if we didn't win a championship. We are 70-6 right now. And it looks like are we gonna make 75-7 on the season? Didn't we go against Detroit last season as the 8th seed? Here we go. So far, playing very well. Looks like we're gonna sweep the Muscle out in the first round. Now we're gonna go against Miami, the 4th seed. And we are starting off strong to sweep them. Now we're going against Atlanta, who we took the best player in the game from. We took the best player. And now we're in the finals going against the 3rd seed, Houston. And it is possible to buy a championship. Boom. Boom, diddly boom. And look at that. We got players everywhere. Kieran Oliver, 6th man of the year, almost averaged a double-double off the bench, 12.6 points, 9 rebounds. William Johnson, MVP. This guy has probably been winning the MVP every season since he got into the frickin' league. He's a 4-time scoring leader, rookie of the year. Wow, he only won one championship before that. And this is his 2nd MVP, actually. So he was not doing so hot in Atlanta. Yeah, they were getting bounced out of the playoffs quite a bit. Look at that. So, good stuff. Good stuff. Let's repeat, shall we? Actually, you know what's going to happen right now? We're going to take a quick bathroom break. Because I've been sipping away at this coffee. So, we're gonna sit and just let that win marinate. Let that finals championship win marinate. I'll be back in a few minutes, and we're gonna try to continue the run. Boom. We back. I did wash my hands, in case you're wondering. Okay. Very good. I'm not even listening to anything, but I'm just so used to sitting here with my headphones on that it's weird if I'm not. So, really great things are happening right now. we have to. Oh man, I didn't realize that the green screen was showing up so heavily there. Hold on. Let's get this auxiliary light going. Okay. It's still not amazing, but it's a little bit better. Let's keep this going. I'm excited here. We are once again going to get the last pick in the draft. What do they call him in the NFL? Mr. Irrelevant or something like that? Oh, it's Super Bowl Sunday. Forgot all about that. You know why? Because watching NFL games is boring. It's just commercials, commercials, commercials. 5 minutes of play, commercials. That's why I like basketball. It's action, action, action. Commercials, commercials, action commercials, action commercials, action, 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 action commercials. A little bit better. So this is where things are going to go downhill for us. We're going to have a lot of really big contracts coming up. For instance, William Johnson here, best player in the game, wants max contract. We got to give it to him. Kieran Oliver was coming off the bench, but basically playing starter minutes. Almost averaged double-double off the bench. Wants $23 million. That's pretty hefty. But we're gonna give it to him because we need him. Billy Paschal wants $1 million a year. He's 25 years old, 50 overall, 3 points, 3 rebounds. That's fine. $1 million a year, not too crazy. So we're gonna have some ridiculous contracts coming up next season. We're gonna go into free agency here. Obviously, we're not gonna have any free agency money for a long time. We're gonna just have to hope that players reduce their costs because they want to play on our team. That's really the only option for us. So let's go into free agency here. Marcus Burston popped 6 points. William Johnson at 28 years old. I told you this was going to happen. He popped 3 points, but his overall plummeted to 16. Plummeted 16 to 84 overall. So he's max. 84 overall. Stephen Kelly dropped 1. Terrius Johnson dropped 4, but he's 36 years old. I mean, we're getting some good value there. And we didn't really get anything amazing from our bench. Kieran Oliver is making $23 million a year at 60 overall. Go ahead and auto sort here. Kieran Oliver is going to move into the starting lineup. Wayne Valentine is making 24 mil at 62 overall. So these contracts are heading into bad territory. And we don't have any real young players to develop. Our bench is pretty old now. So what we're going to do is get rid of some of these guys at the bottom here. We should be able to repeat, potentially three-peat, but it's going to get tougher after that. Let's go to free agency, see who's available here. Charles Benton, 26-year-old, 52 overall, power forward for the minimum. We're going to sign you. Who else? Michael Taylor, 24 years old, 52 overall, flat. Wants minimum contract. You're signed. So some young guys to fill out the bench there. And we're going to see if we can repeat here. let's get this started. Starting off the first game with a win. I like that. We are 9 million over the salary cap. Why aren't we simulating here? What's going on? What is some game going into like 20 overtimes? What's the holdup here? Well, that's not good. Reset all of this stuff. Maybe a refresh. Stop and refresh. I really hope that we're not glitched here, because this is like one of the best squads that I've ever had. Can we go into the... Is there a JavaScript console? Go developer menu. Developer menu is not even coming up. Well, this is very unfortunate. Go ahead and stop. Let's reload from here. And then oh fuck. You've got to be fucking kidding me. Maybe if we release a player, maybe something. What up, Corey? Oh, you know, just trying to play this game, and I think something just broke because it's not simulating anymore. Fuck. I'm trying to open up the developer. Let's turn off uBlock Origin. Maybe that's blocking the developer tools for some weird reason. Developer tools. And then let's go to the JavaScript console and see unhandled rejection type error, cannot read property 1 of undefined. Well, I wish Dumb Matter was here so that he could help us figure out what the hell is going on here. Unhandled rejection type error, cannot read property 1 of undefined. I don't... Oh, man. I don't want to clear out all the existing stats. But clearly something is not right here. Fuck. Tools. So you can like do this thing, improve performance and clear. What's debug mode? Enable debug mode. I don't know if that messes everything up, but let's stop it here. So welcome to live troubleshooting. Dude, I don't know. I'm just gonna have to send a screenshot later. It don't matter. Bluebird.js. I don't know. Fuck, guys. Well, that probably means it's the end of the stream. And hopefully we can show this to Dumb Matter and he can give me some instructions on how to fix this league instead of trashing it and starting over. So sorry guys, I think we're gonna have to kill the stream from here. But I don't know what to say. Get ready for some football. Maybe that's all that needs to be said. All right, guys, I'm out. Catch you later. Peace.